Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Barefoot Music Studios. This is where I do most of my recording. Not all of it, but most of it. And today we're here to talk about a new song called The Radio. This song is really about kind of a story about a songwriter who finally hits it big. His songs get on the radio. Initially, his girl is really into it, and then as he continues to enjoy the fruits of success of being on the road and writing songs, they kind of drift apart, eventually break up, and long and behold, she starts hanging out with another musician. I'm sure that's never happened before in history, but anyway, all of this gets tied back to his initial songs when they got first heard on the radio. And so that's kind of the title of the song and kind of the story behind the lyrics, if you will. Sometimes, I suppose everybody's songwriting process is a little bit different. My process usually seems to take one of two paths. Sometimes ideas for songs, the melody and the lyrics and these things, they jump into your head really, really quickly. And it can literally be a matter of 10 minutes. And you're sitting at the piano and things come to you, you write them down, and then you just take them and run with them, and they turn out to be really cool. And then there's another path where sometimes it takes a long, long time, where maybe the structure of the song or the melody takes months and months and months and months to get pulled together with lyrics or the correct instrumentation. But this song, The Radio, came together pretty quickly in terms of the ideas. It still takes a long time to produce the songs and to record them and get them ready for people to listen to, but the ideas came pretty quickly. And so, given the lyrics and kind of the story behind the lyrics, I knew it needed to be kind of a bluesy song, and so landed on a bluesy ballad. The way you get there, or the way I got there, is through the tempo of the song, kind of the structure, the chord progression, if you will, and the instrumentation. So the instrumentation on this song, we knew that the rhythm part of the song needed to be, it needed to really, really hit you. And so, really good friend of mine, Mike Kienz, put down the bass guitar tracks on the Fender bass. And the Fender bass has just a beautiful round tone to it. That combined with the drums really gave it kind of that bluesy groove. And then on top of that, we layered in some really clean, nice guitar tracks. Greg George, good friend of mine, did the guitar tracks. It's got that gorgeous, unmistakable Les Paul clean guitar track sound to it, and it turned out just beautifully. Everything he touches turns out beautifully. Just don't tell him that, he gets a big head. Once we got all of that done, which is kind of the main body of the song, I knew we were still missing something. And in this case, what we were missing was the glue. Sometimes in the business, they talk about the glue, and it's kind of the element or the instrument or something in the song that kind of brings all of the other pieces together. And in this case, it was a Hammond organ. Bill Brown, up from Minneapolis, originally from New Ulm, Minnesota. Nobody's perfect, but that's okay. He is probably one of the top Hammond organ players in the Midwest. He's got a side business. So I shouldn't say it's a side business. It's probably his full-time business, and being a musician's a side business. But he completely restores, rebuilds Hammond organs, and just plays them beautifully. Did an excellent job. And when you think of a Hammond organ, I think of at least, a lot of famous rock songs from the 60s and 70s that have that unmistakable Hammond organ sound to them. A lot of them use the B3, great model. But you think about songs, I don't know, off the top of my head, 1967 was a good year. I think Light My Fire by the Doors was a great organ song. I think Whiter Shade of Pale came out that same year. Again, both of those songs have that unmistakable Hammond organ sound to them. Other groups like the Rascals, I think about Good Lovin'. I mean, you hear that song and you hear that organ, and it's a signature sound. that you can't replicate with another kind of organ. It has to be that Hammond organ. And so we went with that. But that was really the glue that brought it all together. So take a listen to the radio. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Too far, writing songs from the bottom of a mason jar, till they started playing them on the radio. Things started moving fast. I had a record deal and a load of cash. You were listening to my songs on the radio, and it feels like my world ends when you say that we should be just friends, just like my songs on the radio. My side, figured you'd come along just for the ride. You quit listening to my songs on the radio. Don't know how this started or where